Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is feeling well. And today I'm in a happy mood. All right, so let's get started. Um, Everybody can practice their own reading. Just like I can learn how to read. You know, um, trying to comprehend more. You know, that's the way I used to learn that back in elementary school or middle school, or high school, you know. And every time, when you come home from school, we practice this a whole lot, you know. Okay? And so remember that don't have any trouble understanding, but sometimes, when I have speech problems, how to pronounce it in a sentence correctly, you know, I could go back and start all over, so I can get better, Okay. That's just the same thing here, so plus, um, taking driving lessons throughout the week, because, first you have to read your the red signs, the stop signs, what else? The yield signs. Many and many more. Because you want to start, you know, looking at your rear view mirror first. That make sure you need to look and see there are no cars, so we can be ready to go. Okay? So remember, try to avoid accidents on this roadways. Okay? Because the stop for all the ways that see who comes first and see who comes who comes another way to come first. Okay? So when there are no cars are coming, you may proceed as well. All right, guys, let's get let's get back to it. Yeah. When I was like 11 years old, I learned how to do the karate moves, the karate moves because um I knew how to do the punches the kicks, because you want to start, focusing on your goal. All right. So make sure you need to give it at least a front kick 2 or 3 times. So you can see how far you can move up. Okay. So when I was like practicing karate at home, and I basically learned how to do the roundhouse kick like 10 times, So you have to make sure that you put that your foot is always standing in this position. Okay? So you have to make sure that you keep your eye on the prize. Okay? So you don't have to make a mistake, So by the time after, by the time that, after I failed my karate class for the first time, that doesn't mean for me, it's not the end of the world just yet, I just got to keep getting better and better, So, because if you think about it, many people are going to be asking me, can I give you a second chance? And I said, yes, I'm going to go for it, because, I'm willing to put my trust in myself, because I can know how to do that, especially in driving, driving practice. If I fail my road test for the first time, I would get another second chance and continue practicing my driving techniques until I get better in the future, So I just got to keep my eyes on the road. That's how we can do to, it's just to recover everything from what it's needed to. All right. And I would say, like, in math, I was struggling, with with fractions, because I technically had too many problems, reading the math problems on the board, because I had a difficult time doing that, because because I failed math one time, and then I had to go back, and retake the math course, so I can, recover, break up this average, Okay? So nobody is perfect. Just because I don't have don't have any perfection for me, because I constantly, having trouble, not understanding what I need to do, okay? So that's my understanding, okay? But, sometimes, because sometimes, you don't get it for the first time, even though when I don't get it for the first time, I get it for the second time. All right. And so, because I told all my family and said, you know what, never give up on yourself. If you keep practicing at one time, I think you're gonna get it. Everybody is gonna get it. So I can relearn myself in the future, okay? But anyway, so don't hesitate yourself to do it, okay? You can do it, all right. And so at the end of the day, when you pass all your tests, you're gonna see yourself smiling, because I want you to learn and focus on your goals, okay? Because sometimes, mostly my job doesn't affect on me, just because I'm still learning how to do, customer service skills. I always do a good job, because whether or not I retrain successfully, so I can continuously to get better and better every single week, so I can see what's next for myself in the future or so. We don't know. Time might tell until so on. Okay? All right, guys. Just remember, okay? You read a story, you're gonna keep learning, you're gonna keep getting better. Okay? So whether throughout the day, if I do my word search puzzle, if I cannot find the words that I misunderstand, I could go back and, try again, keep looking for another word until I get better. Hopefully, I'll be all right. All right. So that's it for today. So I just want to give it a thumbs up. Make sure, comment, and subscribe down below. Give it a like. Okay? So you can comment what I talked about this video so far for today. All right? Anyway, just remember, we all make mistakes, okay? So don't hesitate to fail if you're having trouble practicing it. Sometimes, I have trouble. Sometimes I just don't understand because I call them to come help me with my assignment. Okay? Because I didn't know what to do from now on. So I just got to keep practicing and keep learning until I get better soon. All right. So that's it for today. So I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and don't give yourself up. All right. Thank you, and God bless y'all. And I will see y'all next week because I have things I need to be doing. So I just got to keep working at it. Okay? So take care of yourself. See you next week, and hopefully everything will be all right. Thank you. God bless you. Peace and love to everyone, and keep reading, keep practicing, keep learning. Take care, y'all.